Man, we ride. Big ride, big ride, big.
Spark FM.
Yes, 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 y'all, and it don't stop. Yo, it's your boy Scuba Steve. You back on the night show. It's a special episode to me. Forget what y'all think. It's a special episode to me. This episode, like I've been saying to all my friends and everybody talking to me today, I'm like, this episode is, for me, is when you say you're going to do something, you're going to follow through, and I did that. And it's the show, man. Like, I've been following through, been having an amazing guest. My guest tonight, actually, back before, your boy was, but before the night show, before I had the Spark FM Connect, before I even knew, I was like, 2020 was happening, and I didn't think I was going to use my degree. I thought my degree was over, but I don't know, man. Just like I've always said, the music in the city's always inspired me, and like the artist tonight, he inspired me. So he's, first of all, I'm like, oh, I'll tell you the story when we get online, but he gave a great pitch. I listened to the music, and like a lot of amazing artists I listen to from the city, I got inspired, and this is why I do the show, because there's a lot of amazing artists in the city and a lot of amazing music not a lot of people are hip to, and that's what I'm trying to do today. But let's get to the special guests, or my guests. They all special. But we got ExoShakeem in the building. What's up, Brody? What's up? Let me get this right real quick so the people can see you. We repping St. Patrick Day with the green. But yeah, bro. Like, how you feeling, man? It's been a minute.
Yo, I feel good, man. I just been growing, like learning. Like I told you before, just connecting with new people. Mm-hmm. And so I'm definitely honored to just be in these, be a part of the Boston music scene at this point in time specifically. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot of evolution, a lot of growth, just a lot of inspiration to take from so many different places, and so many to bring to other people, who's a part of like this overall collective. And so I feel good, man. I can't complain at all.
Good. And as a favor, because really quick, can you switch to that second mic? Because I'm hearing a little, you could just swing it over, my fault. But no, I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy you tapping in with the people and everything's all smooth and whatnot. Super excited just to get you down and interview, because like I said, this has been a minute. So let me tell you, it's been a minute. Let me tell y'all, right? I don't know why it's like that, but it's all right. We'll rock out with it. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the audio too much. If y'all in the comment section, let me know if y'all hear a beep or something. But we should still be heard. I can hear it all right in the headphones. But so anyways, I was back when I was working at the Duet Center. I seen a lot of youth, a lot of people coming up, a lot of people who were doing music and everything, and I enjoyed it. I was like, all right, cool, yeah, you do music. But anyways, so when I met ExoShakeem, he was with my boss and they were talking. I was like, all right, cool. He came up to me, he was like, yeah, bro, I heard you really like music. I heard you into music, da-da-da. He was like, here's my card.
Oh,
he was
crazy.
Yo, here's my card.
That's
I'm
crazy.
ExoShakeem. I make the dope music. And like, I was blown away just because like, I knew you were younger than me. I didn't know how much younger you were. Yeah. But it was such a professional elevator pitch, man. Like the stuff that they teach us in school, you was like, yeah, I'm ExoShakeem. I just started rapping. Yeah. Just about to drop this project called Memorial Drive. You should check me out. And I was like, yo, crazy. I was like, who is this guy, man? Because like, most people, this is not, I'm not coming at anybody in my DMs or anything, but they just like DM you their music and it's like nothing, they don't say nothing. And like, I'm not big at all. I'm not high and mighty, but like, your presentation is everything. How you carry yourself is everything. Like even in the little, I call them sports cards that I put in like your bio. It's like, yo, like he carries himself in a way that people are gonna be like, I want to work with this guy. And like this card right here, man. I don't know if you want it back.
Nah, never. Nah, you keep that.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep this. This is a souvenir from me.
Yeah,
and hopefully. I'm put it so y'all the QR codes still work. I had to check. Like I said, I did my deep research. I was like, yo,
I've been paying that off, yo. I've been paying that link tree off.
It's paying off, my G. It's paying off. So I was just like, yeah, man, like I just want to ask, like, was this professionalism something that, where did this come from? Like, was that born in you? Like, where did it come from?
I would definitely, credit like my family. I feel like they've always pushed me for more, as far as like my environment and just like the expansion of my education and then just being involved in certain places. I remember my mom, she put me back in like Camp Harborview. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I know Camp Harborview.
And so like that was kind of a start to like a new network for me. You feel me? I met different people. I met Ronald Carroll, who was
shout out Ron.
Yeah, shout out Ron.
Mattapan, didn't he do the Mattapan?
Mattapan Teen Center, director at Mattapan Teen Center at one point. And he really helped guide me, you know what I'm saying, whether it was just learning more about like culture, just being a black man in America, and just the expectations you should have for yourself, just doing more for yourself, your community.
Yeah.
And so all that drive from, you know, that early activism and so forth, it really like pushed me in my creativity, and just my understanding of being, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's crazy? CHV used to like work out at my Boys and Girls Club. Shout out to Orchard Gardens Boys and Girls Club.
Shout out to Orchard Gardens.
Yeah, so that's crazy because I come from that same tree, but I'm more of the Boys and Girls Club. Shout out to Manny and all of them.
Yep, Manny.
But they were connected. Yeah, you know Manny.
I know
this
Manny.
is crazy. I'm gonna send this clip to him. I'm gonna send this to them to make sure they see it. Shout out, man. Y'all, this is the product of what y'all putting us in. Like I said, like
truthfully,
I didn't even know my mans knew y'all like that, but like I said, the professionalism was like on 10. So I just see good people attract good people and look at us connected. That's the universe, man. Dang, man, all right, cool.
That's mad crazy.
Yeah. And I want to, so how old are you then? Like,
I'm about to turn 21.
Okay.
In 2 weeks. Okay,
cool.
I'm about to be legal in 2
belated.
weeks. Yeah.
What's the plan?
The plan, I've been looking at art school, you feel me? So I might do a little bit of art school, still trying to figure out what that looks like for me.
Wow.
I like the experience. Network with some new people, explore some new like medias of art and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I just want to continue to grow, like learn, not limit myself to anything. It's crazy that I am like turned 21 though.
21.
Man. Yeah, 22.
That's the big 21
for me.
Cool. So you better than me. I was talking about the turn up, but you talking about the actual
I be turning
plans.
up though.
No, I was talking about the turn up for the 21 birthday.
Oh yeah.
But you talking about the plans as you
fault.
should. No, but you talking. My man's about his business. Bro.
I might go out for a little dinner with my peoples.
As
you know what I'm saying? Have like a little dinner. I'm not trying to get too crazy. I had like back in 2020. Back in 2021 when I released Memorial Drive, I had like a crazy release party at Thrill.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like crazy. We had a hotel after release. Went to the little hotel on Memorial Drive, so it was a little movie. It was like, yo, we on Memorial Drive with it, and it was cool. The year after that, I did a little function and stuff like that, but I want to kind of chill this year. You know what I'm saying? Go out somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
See, like I said, that you flow right smoothly into my next question because, like I said, that mature vibe, that vibe of not even mature, you just know what you want.
Yeah,
at the
you
end
feel
of the
me?
Day.
Like, truly.
And like, you know, where does that hunger like come from? Like, I know you mentioned the family, but like, I guess what the family definitely motivates us and put us into it, and then the great people that we already see as OGs and role models. Yeah. But like, what keeps you going and like, make you carry yourself in this way?
I would say the people around me, man. Like, whether it's like peers, friends, mentors throughout my life. I feel like they've told me like I've had so much potential, like I have potential since a young age. And so I just really be trying to fulfill that and like be my best self, honestly. 1000%. And there's always new ideas, new things that I'm trying to like approach and like get into. And so I feel like I have to have a clear mind and like a great understanding in order to approach those things. And so, I just take time to myself and figure out what makes sense in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like
1000%.
Balancing out the options and shit.
And I think that's the good thing of just having about good mentors and OGs to obviously put those values into you. And later in the interview, like I said, you're 21, but like I said, you've been doing this for a little bit, and I want to know what you have for the next up and coming. But you just hearing you say that is just refreshing because like what I do now. Like I was talking to you earlier about my side job, not my main job, but this is also a main job. That's real. It's about mentorship and like, with that job, I give people opportunities to be mentors to littles, and it's, it's life changing. The smallest little things that, people say to you and do for you, it sets you up. It could, the way you carry yourself, which that can lead to more doors. And then you pass that down to the other one, reach one, teach one.
Most definitely.
And then we all good, man. So like that warms my day. That made my day, and I love that, bro. And that's why like I said, even running into you with the last chamber, I was like, oh my God.
I was like, yo, my guy Steve, man.
I was like, we didn't even have to say much. I'm like, we locking in, right?
Locked in.
We locking in. We got it locked in. And that's why even on the DM, he's like, yeah, bro, whenever, man, just hit me. And I was like, word, we got it in, baby. We got it in. And speaking of that event, I know you was a part of like the first chamber. Like I'm bringing up, it was you. We had Don Dior, Nate Nix, Young Rob. Tomo, C4,
C4,
Benedict, GMT, Metro GMT. Hopefully I'm saying your name right.
Retro,
right?
yeah.
Retro? Oh,
Yeah.
Retro.
Yeah.
See
Now
these
you
damn
good.
glasses, man.
Nah,
you know
you
what I'm
smooth.
saying? Get me right, Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
But like, what was that like? Because I tapped in with you at the R&B joint, but I didn't get the hip-hop vibe. So what was that experience like from your side of the table?
Oh, as far as like the chamber, the first one.
Yeah.
It was dope. Like I felt honored to be a part of that lineup. Those are all individuals that I've worked with closely, learned a lot from. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I first like got into the hip hop scene in Boston. Nate Nix, he's been the best, man. Like he's always pushing me. I appreciate that dude so much.
I had to give him the respectfully. I didn't know about your game. The Shaq, he's nice with it. I
Yeah,
didn't know he was like that.
Yo,
he's like that. Shout out to Nate
dude.
Nix, man. All the bad for the press homies out there. They like that. They definitely like
They
that
like
a lot.
that.
Yeah.
But it was dope, you know, and like even for myself, I knew I had to like come through with just like that mindset, that energy, and just be prepared to like, you know, do what I do, you know what I'm saying, and bring that energy. And so it was dope. That first round, like I had that mentality like, yeah, I got this, you know what I'm saying? Like I got this. I've been rehearsing at Record Co, you know what I'm saying, like day after day, like no backtracking, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm going in.
Your moment.
And so towards the end though, like I think the second round when I went against Tomo, I tried something new that wasn't really a part of the plan necessarily.
Okay.
And I was working on this house track. And so I decided to pull out this house track. And I didn't know what type of response I was gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I thought people was gonna be like, yo, this dude playing house music, hip hop event, what's going on? I didn't know, right?
Yeah.
I did it and people was really vibing with it. You know what I'm saying? And
did you release that music yet?
I didn't. I'm still figuring out a little plan for that. But that felt good too. Cause that was a part of me, another side of me that like I wasn't sure to like push to the public. You know what I'm saying? As far as that creation, and like I did it and I was like, yo, this was fire. The response was dope. People was engaged, and I was just like, shit, even if I don't win the chamber, like I feel completed.
You
know
put
what I'm
that out
saying?
to the world, and the world accepted you back.
You know what I'm saying? So
and even like when I was listening to the deluxe, I was about to say the deluxe and Memorial Drive, like you're very creative. So like I feel like if I was there, I was like, okay, cool, I can see Shakeem. He out here,
you
something
feel me?
different. And it's like, you know, when I listen to your beats or just the music or the vibe where you take it, I'm like, okay, I can see him taking it anywhere. And that's what I love about artists. What I think, you know, bring artists to that next level is you can take it here, there, over there.
Yep.
But in my opinion, just because I'm a hip-hop head and I take everybody who's hip-hop, it's undoubtedly, unwittingly hip-hop. And like for me, what I love to ask people who are artists, especially hip-hop MC artists, I take you as an MC, not just a rapper. There's a difference, ladies and gentlemen. Where does that that passion come from? Like, when did you get that passion of like, you know, I love this, and then I'm good at this? Like, when was it I love it, and then I was like, I'm pretty good at it?
I would say I loved it like since the birth. Like my pops, he back in the 90s and like even until this day, like he's just always been a hip hop head. Like I remember being in the car seat, like listening to Purple Haze, you know what I'm saying, as a baby. You feel me? And like it's just it's always been surrounded by me. And so I started doing poetry when I was younger, and that was cool. And then I thought, okay, maybe I could start like making music in like my freshman year of high school, because I had the resources. There was a studio at the Boys and Girls Club. And then I was like, let me just like mess around, see what's happening. And then like performance opportunities came. Eventually I started to be a part of like the teen empowerment organization, and like that's where I met Nate Nix, and like he helped me like gain this whole different perspective on what it is to be just an artist. You know what I'm saying? For real.
I didn't know that was your OG. In my little
that's
research,
my OG,
I was like, oh, it's like, so this is your OG.
That's
I
my
don't
OG,
know what video it was, but I'm like, okay, so he was the OG. And
for real. It meant a lot to me too, because like I didn't really like understand at the moment. Like I was like, yo, why am I working so hard? Or like the performance, like doing it like over and over again. I'm just like, yo, I know the song, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But really like embodying that spirit. You know what I'm saying?
That's important. Dope that he put that effort into you, because like I said, I didn't know about his game, because like I think the first time I seen Nate, I seen him perform first. I was like, oh, this dude's a good performer. Yeah. And then that made me dive into pick photos. He just dropped photos. And I was like, yo, the music is great. So now when you combine that together, you go from good to great. And then from you develop that and I'm acting, and I hate the people who act like they know. Cause I'm not an artist.
Yeah.
But I go to a lot of concerts, so I love music.
Yeah.
But you know, not everybody could put on an incredible show. Like I went to go see Jid and Smino, and like, I used to think like you need the pyrotechnics and all this craziness, but like what they really messed me up because it's like Smino just cool, man.
He's a cool dude,
He's just cool, St. Louis, and he's just different. So like him just doing a little bit on stage and just having that coolness, and when people know when his cues come in, I'm like, all right, he didn't need everything. He just needed to be him on stage.
Real talk.
He's him. And then Jid is incredible just from like, you know, vocal wise. Like, you know, he didn't miss a breath. Well, I forget the 3-verse song, but he didn't miss a breath, and the crowd is going with him. Pin crazy. So like it changed my whole mind up to like what a great performer is. It's like you just gotta find who you are. So
Real talk. That's
dope that like even in your beginning, like he was like, nah, like do it over again, find you, and you're gonna do that. Like so
most definitely.
Cool, man.
I also wanted to go to that show too.
They had two. It was incredible, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Smino, I seen him at a festival. He's not a festival artist. Just because there's so many people, he's more intimate. Like he needs to talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? Get a little his St. Louis on. But it was a great show, man.
That's true.
I got randomly. I got Drake tickets too today. It was a battle.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, OD. He wanted too much, but you know I need to see Drake.
Yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
I'm excited to see him, bro. And I mean, getting back to you though. I know you were talking about just process of practicing your music with Nate Nixon, even at the other performance. I know Mattapan, they have their own studio and everything. Was that the studio you were talking about?
Yeah, I was at Mattapan Teen Center.
Okay,
yeah, that's the studio I was at.
And I guess like the question I would have is like what is like your process when it comes to making music now? Like maybe it's different from when you made Memorial Drive and Deluxe. Like what is it like to be in the studio with you now, and like how do you like to create?
Yeah, with me, it definitely takes time. I've been like gravitating towards a certain specific type of production. And so like finding that right sound that really like motivates me and like gives that like vibe and that feel, I definitely, that's what I aim for in those sessions. And so like there's times where you might hear something and you just, you're not being real with yourself. You're like, I'm just gonna hop on this shit because it's there, you know what I'm saying? But like being honest, like talking to the producer I work close with is Keys, NF Keys, dope, one of the best, you know what I'm saying? Definitely grateful for him. But it's really like a conversation as well, you know what I'm saying? And many times that's where a lot of the inspiration comes from. And just talking about life experiences and just like figuring out how that relates from one person to the next. And I think that's very important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it seems like it's not something you can rush. It's something you feel out.
Yeah, something you feel out.
Go from there.
You know? So, and on everybody's end, like whether you have other writers in the room with you, whether it's the producer, like just building some type of connection within each other and just being on the same page, man.
And artists from producers and to the people making your artwork, and that's like
that's
before
beautiful.
I even dive into see, there it is. Before I even dive into the album, I wanted to talk a little bit about your album covers because like those always stuck out to me. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Memorial Drive right here, like where was this took in and like how did this get put together?
Dude, this was a process because like my idea for it at first was for it to be like sketched out and like drawn.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so I actually have like another picture where it's like similar to this, but the skylines in the back. You know what I'm saying, from Memorial Drive. We couldn't do that because of the lighting and the lens we was working with and stuff. And so we had to improvise. You know what I'm saying? So I worked with my guy James on this, and it was a process, dude. Cam, you know what I'm saying, from Thrill, he made the logo, so that was like its own separate thing. So I sent that over to James. The photo was taken by Gabo, you know what I'm saying. It was really like it was a group effort, you know what I'm saying. And we weren't like, no one, like they didn't communicate amongst each other. It was more so like, who could I go to, who does this, you know what I'm saying, really like utilizing the network. And I was very proud with the outcome, man.
It's dope, bro.
I bought smoke bombs on Amazon, you know what I'm saying? That's the smoke.
Blue smoke. And even the people I sent it out to, I got people rock with me in LA, Atlanta, of course, New England. The thing that like they really liked just off the rip was like, yo, like he definitely put work into his art cover, bro. Like and that from there, one person I forgot who told me is like that shows like, oh, this is gonna be good, and he enjoyed it because it's like the work, before you even hear it, is important for people to see, because we all live on Instagram, Twitter. We only got like 10 seconds attention span, and like that's what came back from everybody. It was like, yo, his artwork pops. And even like for the next one with Deluxe, I didn't get the artist names, but I followed you back on Instagram, bro. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Kubara, man.
What was the whole concept behind this John right here?
Yo, so this was trial and error too. I was working with one artist. We weren't able to like really, complete the vision entirely, and so I've done work with David in the past, and he never fails. You know what I'm saying? He always brings like his 100%. He shows how much he knows about me through the pieces we collaborate on, and he provides. And so it was dope when I received this image. I gave him some ideas, sent them some Instagrams of like the people's faces as reference. But
I know, I was like, is that Tomo?
Tomo on the left.
See, I didn't want to look stupid. Is it like, so in my head when I look at it, it's you and the producers and y'all going through the universe and checking out the vibes and you taking them here and there.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the story you're telling right here?
That's what it is. Many times in the project I reference like spaceship, so people could kind of be in that setting. You know what I'm saying? And it was a trip, man. It was definitely a trip.
And I even now I want to jump into the project because I really like Memorial Drive. It was something I wanted to hit you because I was like, yo, bro, I don't know where my homie just came back from. He lives in Florida, and we was on Memorial Drive, bumping Memorial Drive. I'm like, this is a moment I need to take it, but my freaking phone was dead. But just with Memorial Drive, like I didn't get too in depth because I'm slowly coming back into my writing, but from like first of all, if you got Shorty popping off with the spoken word, shout out to her.
Shout out to Rosie Fozzie. Yeah,
she
blacked
tone.
on that. She set the tone on that project.
Okay, this a movie.
I like that. I like it.
Nice little cinematic movie. But like as I was going through, I literally remember like I was going through my UK drill phase, and which song was it? I think was it or maybe that was on a Deluxe, or was it Faults? No, it was Faults
with the UK artist.
Yeah.
It's
with an F. I have it right here, but my pronunciation.
They don't really want no mess. They don't really want no mess. Yeah, Grizzly. Shout out to Grizzly, man. He's repping Brixton.
Yeah, so where did that connect? 'Cause I love the UK drill is better than New York drill in my opinion. I ain't rocking with y'all.
I respect it.
So how did that come together?
So that was dope because back when I was like in 8th grade, dude, I was on that Monkey app. Remember that Monkey app? And then you like random people pop up.
And more time, press more time.
Yeah, one time. So one time I was in my class and like, he popped up and he was in the studio. And actually I was at the studio and then he was in the studio. And I'm like, yo, I'm in the studio too, bro. And I was in 8th grade at the time. And then he was like, yo, what's your Instagram? We connected. And then like 3-4 years later, bro, I was like, yo, I got this beat. I could kind of see you on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you hit me with something? He popped off.
That was, and like, I remember, the second time, I've been listening to it consistently since, but even before, I was like, yo, like, this is different. I don't know, someone pulling out the UK artist. I'm like, I'm trying to look out where he's from. Like, yo, where's bruv son? Where's bruv from? Come on, bro. He's from from the ends, man. I was like, man.
Come on, man.
And that's what I like about your music, because like, how could I say it? I think, people want the same thing from everybody. And it's why I admire Drake and why I bought those expensive tickets. Just because he'll give you something from Honestly Nevermind and then come back home like, this is what I'm good at, and I'll give you Her Loss. And,
you feel me?
And that's what's great about your music, because you can give me a song like that with a UK artist, where I think you really just did the hook, or you may have did a verse.
I wrote the hook.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. I was like, yo, didn't really want no mess. I'm like, I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do it.
But that producer era, I see you.
But I was like, I could see the vision. Yeah. I could see it clear. You know what I'm saying?
And that's dope. And that's dope how you just put it on the album where it's like, I'll just do the hook and I'll let Homeboy body it.
You feel me?
And then you got a song on there to start it off with, set the tone was Until Then.
Yeah, shout out Cleo.
He playing the game games.
Yeah,
he came no games.
Yeah.
So like, was that all in like a different session, or like how did you like put this part of the original album together for Memorial?
So with that project, it was a bit scattered at first. You know what I'm saying? I had the concept. I had these ideas for like song titles that I felt represented the overall concept of the project. And from there, you know what I'm saying? Like I worked with Keys, I was at his crib. He would be cooking up, you know what I'm saying, sampling joints, you know, on the little keyboard, like cooking up different like melodies and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just different things was popping. I knew I wanted to put out Memorial Drive and what that represented. And so like just on the daily, I was just thinking of new ideas and like hitting the voice memos and being like, yo, I'm at work in the elevator. I'm like, can you hear me now? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. And so it was definitely like a crazy process.
Yeah.
But I was able to like bring it all together. Even in the engineering phase of things, I went from one engineer to another. And so I had to like make that transition, kind of switch up the sound on some of the tracks. But yeah, man, it was the people around me, the features. I really wanted to focus on like, despite Grizzly's feature, like I really wanted to focus on like some of the artists that I've been building an individual connection with. You know, the poem was very deep because me and Rosie used to spend a lot of time on Memorial Drive on like this roof.
View.
It was like this crazy view. They had like these nice little seats on the roof, and we would just sit there talk about life, you know what I'm saying, and really get to know one another. And so it meant a lot. These are like different pieces of people that really like brought inspiration and life to me.
And it shows how good the album is, or the project. I
appreciate
don't know what
that.
people want to call it, you know, project.
I call it a
album.
project. Somebody was like, yo, don't consider it an album. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, and people, I was like, all right, yeah, and that's why I'm like,
I'll figure it
artists,
out.
you know, you choose what you want, and project is the safest, and like, you know, even going into deluxe, because I heard originally it was supposed to be the deluxe to Memorial Drive, but you made it its own separate thing. And, you know, like I said, and I think that went well because, like, Memorial Drive, there is no one certain sound. So, like, going from, like, if you, like I said, Deluxe is its own thing in my own opinion. Yeah. And it's a bunch of different sounds and vibes that, you know, I don't know, it just showed more of your artistry. And, like, you know, I'm going to move away from the project, should I say. Yeah. But I had to ask about Prone. Because like I was like, yo, them drums is hidden, and this is a vibe that wasn't necessarily on Memorial Drive, but it pulled me into the rest of Deluxe.
I like
so like,
that.
was that purposeful to put Prone right there?
Prone. I was at Sound Lab with Tomo. I was at Sound Lab with a bunch of people, but me and Tomo locked in, and we was just in the hallway, and he was just like, yo, I'm about to just cook up this beat, like hop on it. And I was just like listening to it at first. Yeah. I wasn't feeling it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know how I'm about to jump on this shit. Like it was crazy. It was a lot. It was a little different, a little challenge for me. But then I found that flow, you know what I'm saying? I showed Nate what I had, and he was like, yo, this is dope. Like keep working on that. And yeah, bro, like I really like the energy it brought as far as like performance. Yeah. Like it brought a whole different type of energy. And like I don't know, like I visualized like everything what happened within that song, like it was like a visually there, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, this is like a anime crazy ass scene, like fighting scene. Got clone versions of yourself.
I can see it, and I can't wait to see you perform that and Until Then. Yeah. And like how you're gonna piece it all together in between, if you're gonna start off with Prone or maybe Prone being a mix up. So that's why I'm like, all right, man, like, and that's what makes me excited about the performance side of the music, man. Just because like the music's great, so now I'm like, I wonder how this artist is going to present this. And then even earlier, I kind of want to talk about a little bit with you working with Tomo. So I didn't realize, like, when I first heard Memorial Drive or Deluxe, I didn't know that was Tomo.
Oh, GMST.
I didn't know Tomo raps. So, like, but so now, flash forward, Over the Places You Go, it's one of my favorite albums of the year so far. So I know Homie's hard. Yeah. So now just going back to the album, like, yo, he's been hard for a minute, man.
He's been doing it. He's been doing it.
But I'm like, dang. So what is that working relationship like? And, you know, is there a possible project? I know he's been doing projects with artists and everything. So,
yo, me and Tomo, we got to get something in the works soon.
Definitely.
We've talked about it many occasions. You know, he sent me some beats, and that track, you know what I'm saying, I was glad to like have him on that project. But yeah, we definitely gonna tap in soon enough. I really enjoy like the creative spaces that me and Tomo exist in, you know what I'm saying? He's always like a character, bro. And he's like a big brother for real, you know what I'm saying? Always pushing me, like when you dropping, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, when you dropping, bro.
His voice is distinctive,
you know what I'm saying?
too,
if you say something, do it when you drop it. And so yeah, shout out to him, man. I'm definitely gonna reach out to him, see what we could cook up in the near future.
I hope so, because y'all are a duo for me. I have Meech and Giles, and I have you and Tomo now. So I'm excited to pair people
Tomo,
together.
You hear that?
I'm just
Let's
saying,
lock in.
Meech and Giles, and I got.
Let's lock in.
I'm just letting you know, man. So y'all make great music together. So I love to see more, man. For real. And then I guess going back to performance, I guess, with your last performance, are you planning like to do any new performance, or like what is it like to, when it comes into your performance and your live shows?
Yeah, so I think that's one of the aspects of the music that I really put my all into. I really love performing. And so, and it started off like in high school. I would bring like smoke machines and lights, and dudes who I went to high school with would tell you, they'd be like, yo, this dude would be bringing all this equipment just for the talent show. And I'm like, yeah, I felt like I really wanted people to be engaged. And that's a real dope part for like you to build a connection with your audience and the people around you. And so, I got some stuff in the works. I'm working on a new project, the Blank EP.
Oh, shoot.
And so I'm really trying to put together like a live show in tribute of that, and really like be on the stage management side. I got some people that who are in that industry and they willing to support, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like getting the funding right now and yeah, bringing things to life. But I think that's gonna be one of the strongest like areas for myself moving forward, because I really put my all into that, truly.
I love how you smoothly just put that out there. What was it again? I'm sorry for the people in the back.
Yo,
what do you got coming through?
The Blank EP. Wait on it.
Just wait on it. We out.
Wait on it.
All right, man, look, I'm just,
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys dropping exclusive on the night show, man. I
You feel
appreciate
me?
it. Before I even actually, we'll play a little bit of music before I get into the next question, because I think it goes straight into I just want to go into, what's next, and just being, you spent some time in the game. So I think, it would be great to hear people just starting up, just to hear about, how you came up and some advice you can give to them. But, before we even get there, let's take a music break really quickly. What should I play, man? What do you feel like hearing, from your discography right now?
Yo, I love Derriere, man. I
Derriere.
can go for the Derriere.
Where is this John?
It should be.
It's off the deluxe?
Nah, yeah, it's on the deluxe.
Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah, I got you. Like I said, you can introduce the track. Go ahead.
All right, so this track right here, yo, shout out to Rob Puts In Work, you know what I'm saying, for making this happen as well. But yeah, Derriere, man, got the opportunity to collab with Big Lino, which was a dope accomplishment for myself coming from Boston. So,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying, if you ain't hear it, go hear it.
Here right now. Here it go,
You
boy.
hear it right now.
Yeah. Wait. Bad bitch, you show her derriere. In my wrist, look like Perrier. Spaceship, look at interior. These niggas, they be inferior. She keep calling, I don't even care. Play me, bitch, you wouldn't dare. I pull up, and the hoes gon' stare. Zaza, we throw it in the air.
Niggas imitate, can't relate. We just renovate, elevate. Time don't wait, always delegate. Yeah, take no chances. Course I done turned to a tangent. Quick advancement. Niggas been searching for answers. Niggas been late in this overtime. You can't relate cause I'm holding mine. Oh, this my nigga, hold the line. Nigga, hold the line. Nigga, hold the line. Niggas been plotting on all that shit. Niggas been acting the opposite, copying. You can respect my conglomerate. Write me a check and deposit it.
Bad bitch, you show her derriere. In my wrist, look like Perrier. Spaceship, look at interior. These niggas, they be inferior. She keep calling, I don't even care. Play me, bitch, you wouldn't dare. I pull up, and the hoes gon' stare. Zaza, we throw it in the air.
Hey, man, let me take y'all to the UK really quick.
Didn't really want no mess. Didn't really want no mess. My niggas looking neck. We ain't asleep, get rest. Cause he's tired and he's stuck in the trance. If he gone in the glance. Niggas talk down at the kid when the crown's on top of the brick. Sticking down for brick. Until they in the pound with the pain. They can't sit around with the king. That's real shit.
Shit don't make no sense. Shit don't make no sense. I'm looking for some hints. Man's not sleep, get rich when he tired and he stuck in the shit. It was gone in a glance. Niggas talk down on the kid when the crown's on the top. top of the prince, take him down for a brick. And told he in the pound with the pigs, niggas never stick around for the kid, man, that's real shit. I ain't really fucking with that he say. She say shit, that's what he said. These days feeling like a heat wave from all these niggas on the block popping these things off. Masterpiece, I built this shit, I swear. After me, I see no one compared. Actually, this tragedy's severe. My niggas don't fear, my niggas don't care, don't talk shit. You cannot compare on the opposite. Smelled in the air like it's opulence. It's 2 shots in the rear, stole your confidence. My demeanor, niggas beefing, ain't no reason. Knock your visa, couldn't be ya. Ain't no justice, ain't no freedom. Never leave with true believers. Yeah.
They don't really want no mess. They don't really want no mess. My niggas like a neck. We ain't asleep, get rest. Cause he's tired and he's stuck in the trance. If he gone in the glance. Niggas talk down in the kid with the crowns on top with the print. They can down for a brick. Until they in the pound with the pace. They can't sit around with the king. I'm one of the most underrated rappers out of South. People know my name, but they choose to keep it out their mouth. I'ma make them sing it loud from the deep underground. I'ma make my city proud. I'ma wear the fucking crown. Heart of a warrior, blood of a king. Music rushing through my veins, dog. I was born to win. Never lost my mind frame, even when I was in the bin. I just came with a strategy to take everything. Nigga, F getting wet, I leave the waves to the surface. I ain't crawling through the grass, there's too many serpents. These rappers ain't shit, they ain't got a purpose. They don't really want no mess. They don't really want no mess. My niggas at your neck. We ain't asleep, get rest. Cause he's tired and he's stuck in a trance. If he gone in the glance. Niggas talk down and the kid when the crown's on top with the prince. Take him down for a brick. Until they in the pound with the pigs. They can't sit around with the king. That's real shit.
The sun is shining.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. You back on the night show. Shout out to Devo the Genius with the instrumentals in the back. We back with it. You know, it's a little balance. Trying to balance everything's been difficult, but you know, your boy making it work. We got ExoShakeem in the building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We sound incredible, by the way. I had to check.
Yeah.
The dots were just the headphones in my head, so I'm like, all right, thank God. But back into the interview, man. And like I was gonna ask this before the break, but I just thought it was a great question to ask. You know, after. And it's kind of like, you know, what do you think is the biggest growth? What is the biggest thing you grow from since like day one? Like, what's the from day one to now? Like, what do you think has been the biggest thing to like, you know, your biggest growth? Should I say? Oh my gosh, that's not even the best.
Yeah,
question.
that works. Yeah. I get it. I would say just really being true to myself in the process. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm definitely heavy on like independent artistry for myself at the moment, and just learning more so how to maneuver through the business and like learn as much as possible. Not just with the music, but just, you know, on different with business and with just networking, like marketing, community development. Yeah. Like all these things fall along with my mission as an artist. And so I think that mission is gonna start to strengthen as time goes on. And I'm excited to see in which ways I decide to strengthen that. But I would definitely say being more firm within believing in myself and really like having that solid mission and goal, you know what I'm saying?
And that only comes from growth and development. It takes time. Yeah. And that's kind of like what I wanted to speak about too, just because like, you know, I think a lot of people want it now, especially our generation. Shoot, I want it now. I want all the views, the followers, but it's something about that grind to where it's like maybe no one's listening, and why am I really doing this? And when you're testing yourself out, you know, and hopefully, you know, moments like these, and or even in the studio, just like, yo, there's a purpose. You know, there's people listening, and your shit's hard. Like, you make incredible music, bro. I
appreciate
you. For real. So even just, you know, hearing you just talking about the experiences and like going through what you've been through, about to be 21, so you got a long lane. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's what they say, man.
You got a long lane.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as you see, Hustle my favorite artist of all time. And like I said, it's a marathon. So
truly,
your marathon's off to a good start. Probably in the first K of it. Shoot, you got 25 more K to go.
Hey, we gonna run.
Live that life,
we gonna run.
And I guess, like, you know, you speaking about the past and like experience you've been through. Is there anything that you've been through that like sticks out as a moment in your mind, just, you know, good or bad, that's something that's just like, yo, like this was something that like, oh wow, like this was a part of my growth and my process?
Yeah, back in 2019, I went through depression, and that really hit me because I was someone that I never saw myself being at a low point like that, you know what I'm saying? And I really learned a lot about myself, you know, in that isolated state. You know, even the people who were there to support me, like they learned a lot about me that they didn't really know about, you know what I'm saying? And so it was a lot. But I always told myself every day, I was just like, yo, there's something more beyond this. There's something more beyond this, because I was really just in distraught, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, and I overcame that. Like, I was able to come up with a regiment, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep myself more productive throughout my week. The week turned into a month. And, you know, I found myself, like, being back in a better place, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely taught me a lot. Helped me connect with a lot of people I never really spoke to and talked to before. Someone that I came across back then was Kurt Foston. Shout out to that brother right there. I was going through it. I reached out to him for some advice. And, you know, he was hitting me up throughout my week and just being like, yo, you good? Focus on this. Do what you got to do. And so that really meant a lot, because I was really stuck. You know what I'm saying? Shout
out to Kurt, because he been on the morning show a couple times, so I know he has motivational speaking. He had Gilly and them up here.
Yeah, I was there, man. That shit was fire.
How was that event?
That was dope. They dropped a lot of gems, a lot of game.
$1 million worth of game, I bet.
You know what I'm saying? My whole perspective on Millie's kind of shift a little bit, as far as just like what he contributes and like what he stands for in the Cambridge community. And so I really enjoyed that, and I learned a lot. And I brought some brothers too, from around the way to come through and join us. You know what I'm saying?
Dang,
so
I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I wanted to be there to be the call. Well, of course, you know, fans of them, and shout out to Millie's. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Blanco 6 about to come out, but I just want to be like, yo, Gilly.
Yeah.
You a nut ass nigga.
You a nut ass nigga. That nigga's a nut ass nigga. Don't cap. He was wild.
Gilly, you a nut ass nigga, but you always giving that $1 million worth of game. Yeah, I try to mimic his voice too. He's funny, man.
He's funny as fuck. In person, crazy.
Yeah, no,
crazy.
And I guess and you could even cheat if they gave you some jewels you would like to share. But I wanted to know, like, also some advice you would have for like some artists, you know, about to start up and trying to, you know, figure out what they want to do with them.
Most definitely. Hey, like, as far as high school goes, that's a perfect time to connect with other young people who have like these ideas and just like this pure creativity. That's where I found my audience and my crowd of creatives. And so, like, you know, just always be down to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever isolate yourself and feel like all this pressure has to be weighed down on you. Do your best to like talk to other people, get to know about people and what they do outside of school or whatever it may be. And just create, man. Even if you're just starting out, like, just be yourself, be real. You know what I'm saying? Be real, be true to yourself, and create. You know, document it. Social media, you got that as a tool, a resource. So just utilize that. Boston, bunch of resources, whether it's like grants that could provide funding for your creativity. Tap into that. There's a lot of different things you could utilize. Nonprofits, like youth programs. Exactly. Just build up. You know, build yourself up.
There's assets out there.
Yeah, for real. And it's like, and they're going to be a part of your network in the end. You know what I'm saying? Just maintain those relationships. Always keep an open mind. Know yourself, most importantly. And just proceed to create. That's the key to life for me, creating.
Out here, you know what I'm saying? $1 million worth of game right now.
Yeah, you feel me?
That's what I tell people. I'm like, even like some people who want to get into like podcasting or just, you know, they're like, oh, Scuba, we see you, you know, I'm getting to know a lot of artists. I'm like, that's because you got to put yourself out there, number one, and you got to show love. Like the artists that I know, I put myself out there. I say what's up. I show them love. I listen to their music. But also, you know, I go to their shows. I support their stuff.
Steve is there.
Support is halfway the battle. I'm telling them, halfway the battle. And the other battle is introducing yourself.
Yes, that's real.
And then, like, from there, you know, your morals and your values will carry you from there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I appreciate the $1 million worth of game.
Oh, yeah, man. We here for it all.
And now I'm about to hit you with the stereotypical question that everybody asks. Everybody asks this question. So, like, what's your outlook on the whole New England hip-hop scene and, like, you know, where you see it going from here in your perspective?
So with the New England hip-hop scene, I have to do a better job at, like, learning more about what's happening outside of Boston. You know what I'm saying?
You know about them Brockton boys, though.
Oh, yeah, Brockton boys. Yeah, they dangerous. They dangerous.
Shout out to E.T., formerly known as St. Leor.
Hey,
you know
man,
Shout out to the boys one time.
Yeah, I think overall as a scene, we've been able to improve, connect. A lot of artists been able to expand, and so even beyond Boston, which is cool. Yeah. And so, like, we're building our reputation for ourselves. You know, we just have to, like, fuck all the bullshit. You know, the whole Boston hates on other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to all that internalized hatred and so forth. We have to confront it and we have to turn to something great. You know what I'm saying? Because like we've been able to do it. I haven't. My whole experience in the Boston music scene has been nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? And it's also you coming correct too, and just knowing what you're getting into. If you're making commitments and you're doing something, like be about your word, and that's, some people's gonna learn. Sometimes it's gonna take longer for other people to learn, but I think that's important, and just being ready to work. Honestly,
Number one, Bruno. And I think the scene. I feel blessed to be still. I'm young. I'm 24, 25.
Yeah, bro.
And to be in the scene and just see it, like I see it as a diamond, bro. Like, I really see. We got a lot of amazing talent from Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan, Hyde Park, Milton. You go on and on. Them Brockton boys.
Brockton boys.
Brockton boys. I'm calling them the Brockton boys. So they know this a Van Buren Stan show right here. So them they got it. They got it. They got it. Yeah. So I see it, and even like Rhode Island, they got a dope R&B wave.
Wow, I gotta get hit.
Crazy. Vermont got some spitters too.
Ooh,
they do. Shout out to North Ave. Then New Hampshire ain't got shit, but Maine also got a little bit too. Like I said, New England.
Damn,
we got some stuff. Had to be tapped in.
Tapped in.
I'm tapped in. As when I get more together with my Boston Mass artists, I'm gonna expand out. Of course, my Vermont people, salute to you. And my LA people tapped in too. Shout out to y'all. But we got a good scene. We got a good diamond going on, man. Yeah. And before I get into my hip hop 50 questions, you already spoke about you got a project coming out. I ain't gonna press you for the date, but I'm just happy you just said it's coming. I guess music wise, because I see a lot of artists, at least a lot of artists I admire. They're maybe, and I'll give an example because it's off the top of my head. Like Saint Leor, he's saying he's dropping a name. He's doing ET. He's dropping an album end of this month, and it's more personal and more connected with him, and that's where he's going with his music wise. Yeah. And my question is to you, like music wise, where do you think your direction is going into the music you're creating? Will there be one specific sound you're trying to tap into, or will you still stay in this multi-creative vibe and just rock out and see what you find?
I'm still in that multi-creative vibe. There is a little. I have sparked an interest in like alternative indie rock music, as well as like electronic music. You know what I'm saying? And so figuring out how to tie that back into like the roots of hip hop, or just finding my own way to like go about it. That's kind of the process I'm in. As I told you before, like I did the house music joint, and that was cool, and I like that vibe, and I like the. You know what I'm saying, how the audience like reacts to that, and it makes people groovy,
Absolutely.
So
shout out to Beyonce and Drake.
Yeah, shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? So like definitely in that multi-creative vibe, but anything's possible, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling right now. Like anything's possible. This next project I'm working on specifically, it's definitely gonna be more of like a alternative hip hop. You're gonna have some like industrial sounds. I'm collaborating on that project with Nate Conley. He's also a composer from the UK. So, yeah, I'm tapped in with the UK, man. You get me?
Shout out all the things out there.
You feel me? So I'm excited for that.
All right, bet, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to hear. I'll definitely be pressing you. Be like, yo, where the music at?
Yeah.
But now, just going into more of my formatted section. I have, hip hop's turning 50 this year, and I'm super excited.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I can't wait. It's my birthday's in July, but hopefully I can be in New York in August. But so I do my hip hop 50 questions, and give you a heads up. We'll see if we play the game. We'll see from here. Maybe we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll do the game. But I had to some hip hop 50 questions. I just want to know about you. So like, what era in hip hop would you say is the biggest influence for you? Like what era inspired you the most?
Yo, I would definitely say, I would say as far as style goes, you know what I'm saying, and just like that part of the culture, 90s for sure. I tend to like rock some of my pop's old pieces, you know what I'm saying, that he had back in the 90s when he went to New York and stuff like that. So I definitely feel like that older spirit guided me at least throughout the journey as far as like values and morals go.
No, I'm in a crazy Wu-Tang phase right now.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had
Liquid Sword. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
right
crazy,
now, son.
I had my Wu-Tang phase back in 2019.
Damn.
But I gotta tap into the Wu-Tang on Hulu.
Oh, bro, honestly, that might bring me out of my. I always say this with everything. It may honestly bring out the journalism, my writing, because it's so incredible, bro. What they're doing with the story, like this. I recommend even watching the last 2 episodes because what they're doing, they're taking the albums and they're making the albums like into movies, which I didn't know. Infinity only built for Cuban links. I'm thinking of Quavo and them. But the Ghostface, Raekwon the Chef album, I can't think of it right now, but it was like a movie the way he had the whole album set up, and they so it's just crazy because the music is a movie, and then like in the show he actually plays out what he's rapping about. It's just a dope concept.
That's just crazy.
It's really
that's dope.
I highly suggest it. But no,
Say
that's interesting to know. And I guess bringing it to like our era, who would you say is the biggest influence for you right now?
Ooh,
in our era,
man,
we got a crazy era too.
Yo, we do got a crazy era. We talking
Uzis.
about main. Oh yeah, okay.
We got from the Uzis to Griselda, Playboy Cardi to Drake.
I definitely
Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj.
Ice Spice.
No.
Ice Spice.
No. Not accepting it.
Not accepted.
Not accepting it.
Yo, growing up, especially like as long as I've been like doing the music, I've always gravitated towards Black, 6 Black.
Okay.
And I really like his whole aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? I like the direction. I like the music. The music's very in depth. You know what I'm saying? Very specific love related stuff that I feel like we all go through. Absolutely. And so I know he's like he hasn't. Oh, he dropped the album recently. Yeah. So he dropped the album, but I feel like a lot of people still don't know about him. But I really like his stuff and his intellect throughout his music. And his creativity.
6 Black. I know I used to get beat up by that. Shout out to Rajay, you know it's love always. She's like, stop calling him 6 Black. It's Black.
Oh yeah,
you just said it. I'm just saying.
Nah. I don't call him 6 Black, but people don't. It don't click until you say that 6.
4K. You said 6 Black.
Nah.
We caught you on 4K. See,
Black.
I'm telling you.
But some people be 6 Black, and
I
I'm
call
like,
him 6 Black. His mama called him 6 Black. I'm gonna call him 6 Black. Nah, but it's Black.
It's Black though, yeah.
And what I will say, like, you know, when I get in arguments with all the old heads in the hip hop scene, they be talking about that era, but what I love about that era is just like how sonically crazy it is. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to deny I want to rock by Lil Uzi,
but you can't.
But
bro.
after time, you know, I can't dance, and it's an easy dance.
It's
to
an
do.
easy little joint.
So I was like, oh, you got that, and I'm claiming it. Like I said, everything's hip hop. And then I got Playboy Cardi. If you haven't been to a Playboy Cardi show, you need to go. I know it looks crazy. I don't
know if it's for me.
The energy. The energy, my boy lost a shoe on that mosh pit.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
See,
bro.
I was good though. I stayed in the back because I wasn't with all that.
Yeah, nah.
But like, I don't know, man. Like, you just like I don't know. Rolling Loud was crazy, man. And now my homie is headlining it. But you need to get in the Playboy Cardi mosh pit. I highly suggest it. I know it's crazy.
I saw Ken Carson live. I feel like that's enough. Nah.
Ken Carson, you don't have to put me on. I'm not hip.
Yeah, Ken Carson. I think that's one of his artists on Opium or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was cool though. I felt like it was a Cardi audience. Yeah. And I was like, I could see the vibes, but I would love to see Cardi from a distance live. Not in the mosh, yo. I'm not built for that right
I'm
now.
definitely gonna get in the mosh for Travis, but not the party. The different those kids different. They different. They different. Out. But I ask you this, and then also my last thing before we get into trivia. Would you say you good with the hip hop trivia? You think you're gonna beat Meech's or Pimp Daddy Dane? I think she got it with 7.
I'm just taking the humble approach, man. I'm just going with the flow, rolling with the punches. Man.
We gonna see, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna pay these bills really quickly because I don't want to get beat up by anybody at Spark FM saying, Scuba, you didn't play no ads. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna play my ads. Give us a break. So we'll do the trivia, and then also we got a little game to play. And then from there, we're going to get into the GG in question. Shout out to Snoop. I'm going to see Snoop, actually, too. Him and Wiz Khalifa is going to be incredible.
Dope. That's dope. Coming to Boston?
Yeah.
Or word?
No, Xfinity Center, but, you know, everything.
Yeah, that's
we
clean.
claim everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're going to pay these bills really quickly. We'll be right back, man. Keep it locked in. Spark FM, #1 for urban and Caribbean music and hip-hop, because Scuba Steve said so, and goddamn it. And we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
The Caribbean Foundation of Boston presents the 38th Annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Appreciation Awards Banquet on Sunday, April 2nd at Music Bar. Tempo International Rhythm and Steel. Yours truly, Janet Joe Johnson, to step into culture dances and much more. Sunday, April April 2nd at the Thelma Burns Building, 575 Warren Street in Dorchester. Tickets now on sale. 617-445-1228. That's 617-445-1228. Come celebrate the 38th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Appreciation Awards Banquet at the Thelma Burns Building, 575 Warren Street in Dorchester. Log on to BrilliantFoundation.net for more information. Your MC for the evening, City Councilor Brian Worrell. Join us April 2nd for the 38th annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Appreciation Awards Banquet. Brought to you by the Caribbean Foundation of Boston.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Dutch, and I'm coming to you here live at New England's #1 for urban and Caribbean music, Spark FM, and I'm here to let you know that the live report is back in 2023, bringing new vibes, new energy. You know I got Miss Bree in the building with me as well. Keep tapped in. You don't know the day? I got it for you. Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. 1 hour mix show, another hour talk show. New music, all the hottest tunes to date, more engaging topics, and a whole lot more interviews because we know who's hot and who's not. You feel me? All across the New England region. We want the globe next, baby. It's the live report. Keep it locked in.
Have questions about the COVID vaccine or booster? Need help making the right decision for you? The COVID vaccine and booster have been proven as safe and effective options and are now readily available to adults and children alike. Harbor Health wants to help make sure our community is healthy and safe. Visit hhsi.us/COVID vaccine for help with vaccine information. Let's make our community a COVID-safe harbor for everyone. Get your booster now. Brought to you by your friends at Harbor Health.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Hi, Rosa. How are the kids? Good. But I have a question about the COVID vaccine. Kids who had COVID have immunity, right?
True. They have some immunity, but also true, vaccines strengthen that immunity.
But how do you know if it's safe? The vaccine was developed so fast.
True. It was fast. Also true, scientists had a head start. They've been studying similar viruses for years. Have questions about kids and the COVID vaccine? Know the facts. Find the truth. Visit boston.gov/COVIDvac.
Spark FM.
Your medication makes me high.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
She like the way that I move. She like the way that I rock. She like the way that I woo. And she let it clap for it.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Man, we ride. Big ride, big ride, big.
Spark FM.
Excited. Yo. We back. Let me get the camera right. Let me get it right really quickly. Yeah. But so now we're in the fun part of the show. So, yo, ExoShakeem, do you got your albums? It's that time. It's that time. All right, bet.
I do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as you know, I'm a copy of Jimmy Fallon's, and then Jimmy Fallon has this thing called summaries, to where basically he gives his guests like 7 seconds to describe a movie, and we mixing it up. You know what I'm saying? This is hip hop. So I got my hip hop albums that I'm gonna try to describe. EXO is gonna have to, handle his business and see. And winner, chicken dinner. I don't know what to do. But this is let's see. I haven't been beat yet in any of the games I played on this show.
Wow.
So I'm undefeated.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah. So do you know the rules? You good with the rules and everything?
Description.
Yep.
Right.
Can't give away the name of the album.
Title. Yep.
or the artist. So you just got to do description. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you could hit me first. Yeah.
See, no, they don't want me to go first. All right, bet. All right, cool. So I'll show y'all the 7 seconds. All right, cool. Oh yes. So you give me your albums. Yeah, I'm looking at mine. So, yeah, you.
Oh, so do me. All right.
Yeah.
All right, word. So first things first. It was his only and last studio album. He had, I want to say like, 7 seconds.
Yeah. Only.
Oh man.
He's not helping me out. His only and last album.
That's enough. I feel like that's enough.
His only and last
studio album.
Studio album? Only and last studio album. Dang, man. This is horrible. Dang. Nah, you got me.
Nah, I can't. It can't be.
What was it?
Victory Lap.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Nah, timeout. Nah. I didn't
want to do it, bro.
You did me dirty.
I didn't want to do it
because that was one of mine. All right, so I'm
okay. That makes sense.
Makes sense. I'm on one. All right,
that makes sense.
That's cheating. You only said one thing. You did a horrible job.
Yeah, the 7 seconds got the best of me, man.
All right, you know what? All right, so I'm gonna go first. See, I'm gonna do a better job.
Amen.
Is that a point for me? Nah. I'm on one. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, so. Dang, man, I'm gonna give you a good one. This album is controversial now. There's a brand with this album on
Donda.
Vinyl? Nope.
Damn.
This was Astroworld, Travis Scott. But that was a good one.
I just got the controversial. Just like,
see, that's what threw you off.
Yeah.
I'm still wearing my Astroworld shirt one day to these interviews.
Hey, man, I went to Astroworld December 2nd, 2018.
You went to Astroworld?
TD Garden. Oh, not the actual.
Oh, you went to a show. I want to still see Travis live.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. I didn't go to the actual Astroworld though.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about where you've been. I've been to at least 50 plus concerts in my life, and I'm working my way up to 10 festivals. But we'll see. But
we gotta talk. I like that.
That's
I
like that. Coachella. I'm recruiting a team, but that's offline. We'll talk about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So whenever you start your time, man.
Word. Okay. Now, it's his third studio album. It released in 2015, and it talked a lot about oppression and self-love.
Third studio album. Is it The Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I'm on the board. I'm 1-1.
Damn.
I'm 1-1. All right, bet. Thanks. So now I gotta give you a good one. Okay. Let's see. All right.
Ooh.
Okay, this is easy. If you don't get this, you should get this easily. All right. This album changed the culture. It's one of the best rap groups of our era. They're from the South.
Oh. Migos.
Yes.
Boom.
Culture. Legendary.
Culture.
All right, 1-1.
Yeah, that's fair. I could just say the name. Nah, that doesn't count.
You can say culture or album because it is hard.
Okay.
It is hard. And all right, bet. Let's get it.
All right.
Let's get it.
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, my fault.
No, you good.
You start whenever you start talking.
Word. Yep. The cover art is red, white, and blue. The person has glasses while he's wearing it. Treat you like a brother.
Red and white and blue.
Yeah, man.
Treat you like a brother.
Treat you like
red, white, and blue. Damn, I don't know it. What is it?
Sure Thing.
Sure Thing by who?
Miguel.
That wasn't hip hop or whatever.
Oh, my fault.
Whatever. No, you good. You good. Where could I go with this one? Where could I go?
Oh man.
Okay, bet. All right, I got you. He's not gonna get this one, y'all. This album is after a year. It's a year in the 2000s. This artist is a dark-skinned artist. He's one of the coolest artists.
Ooh.
He's from New York.
What was that first one? Oh, it's you can't repeat it.
I can't even remember. I said he's from New. Nah, now you gotta guess. I don't know if you remember.
You good? Who is it?
Joey Badass 2000.
Fuck. I don't be bumping Joey like that.
I thought you would be a Joey guy. I thought I seen that somewhere that you were a Joey guy.
I don't be bumping Joey, man. He's dope though. I've heard his stuff, came across his stuff, but
Joey's a bad boy. Let's see. Okay. All right. Dang. This album isn't technically his first album, but I consider it his first album. He's from LA. He's one of the best artists of all time. Come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all know what this. Put in the comment section. You know what this is. He's from LA, one of the best artists of all time. It's not his first album, but a lot of people consider it his first album, and the other one a mixtape. I gave him another chance.
You gave me another chance, and I'm tweaking. Damn, who is it, bro?
Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar. I think we're both 1 and 3. Next point wins. Let's do this. Let's get it. Let's get it. I got it. Let's get it. Easy money. Whenever you talk, I got this one. That was an easy one too. I said it twice.
That was an easy one. I had that instead of To Pimp a Butterfly, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That.
See, that shows. I think Good Kid, Mad City's his best work, but then that's another debate for another day.
All right, let's do it.
Shoot.
All right. Damn, my fuss.
I'm undefeated. I'm ready.
Yo, nah, that's crazy.
I'm undefeated.
All right. This album has the song "Blood on the Leaves." It was one of his best projects, most experimental.
I know it. I know it's Kanye West, so I already got it. But I know what album. Is it Ye? No. Is it Ye?
That's your guess?
Wait. I know. I need somebody. Nope. My Dark Twisted Fantasy?
Jesus.
Oh, it was Jesus?
Yeah,
I thought it was Ye. He played me. I'm going to still take that as a victory because I got the artist right. So 2 and 3.
Real.
You know, your boy Scuba Steve is undefeated. But you got another chance. Like I said, with all of my people I have up here, like I said, that you win this hip-hop trivia, I'm going to send y'all a nice little gift card just for the love and see what you do. So, Pimp Daddy Dane's winning right now. Meech Bold low-key cheated. I'm going to give Meech 5. Pimp Daddy Dane got 6. And you got a minute to answer these questions. I give everybody 60 seconds. So, do you want 90s or do you want, more of our era?
I'll do more of our era.
All right, cool.
I'll do
it. All right, bet. So we'll put it on the clock.
Yeah.
Get a minute on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. See, when you're working the show by yourself, you do everything. All right. It will start after I say the first question because I low-key write really slow. Hey, am I in the right section? Oh, hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me make sure. Oh, wait, I was about to mess you up. All right. Sorry, y'all. We got prep for your own show. All right, here we are. The right cards. Yeah. Okay, wait. This is easy money. All right, starting. All right. Which member of ASAP is dead?
Yams.
Who made the remix to Uber Everywhere? Travis Scott, I Am Memphis, 2 Chainz, Jermaine Dupri.
Maiden. What was the last one?
Jermaine Dupri, 2 Chainz, I Love Memphis, Travis Scott. Uber Everywhere. Pass?
2 Chainz.
Nope.
Nah.
It's Travis Scott. Which of these songs are not a Kendrick Lamar song? Man of the Year, Swimming Pools, King Kunta, Money Trees.
Repeat that one more time.
Which is not a Kendrick Lamar song? Money Trees, King Kunta, Swimming Pools, Man of the Year.
Man of the Year.
Correct. Which rapper never made a song with Young Thug? Travis Scott, Logic, Rich Homie Quan, Meek Mill.
Logic.
Correct. Where is Magic City? Magic City, sorry.
Oh, that's in Atlanta.
Finish this line. My Adidas walk through concrete doors.
Oh, my Adidas walk through concrete doors.
I'll give you an extra 30 seconds. Do you want to pass?
I'll pass.
I bet. Where is 8 Mile?
Detroit.
What city is known as the birthplace of hip-hop?
New York.
The single First Day Out, The Fez is on what mixtape / album? Dreams Without Money, Bobby Tarantino, Full Speed, Everybody Looking.
First day out.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which one?
I forgot.
I'll give you the options, and this is your last question.
Yep.
The single First Day Out, The Feds, is on what album / mixtape? Dreams Are Worth More Than Money, Bobby Tarantino, Full Speed, Everybody Looking.
Dreams are worth more than money.
Nope. This is, see, they didn't get us. This is Gucci Man, Everybody Looking. Let's see what the tally is. I feel like you might be tied with Dame. Damn. Maybe you got more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We got to do a tiebreaker. Bonus.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Bonus question.
Okay.
Bonus question. Name, because we talked about this earlier. Name the 4 elements of hip hop.
Oh. Steve gonna hate me for this one. They all gonna they coming for me. They like, yo, you don't know the 4 elements.
Name the 4 elements. You know, we talked about it today. I told you where I'm going with my next interviews down the line.
You right. This
That's
I'm
why
getting pressed
I'm
right
like,
now.
I gotta give this to you.
Damn, am I really hip hop?
I put you on the spot.
Is it culture? Is culture one of them? Nah.
You want me to? I can say it for you. So it's rap,
DJing,
b-boying, graffiti writing. 4 elements.
I was thinking more like I gotta learn.
Yeah,
it's all right. I gotta learn.
You and Pimp Daddy Dane are tied right now with 6, so y'all split the prize right now. That's what it is. But you know, first of all, like I said, ExoShakeem, man, I appreciate you coming in, bro.
Of course,
it's always been love.
Of course,
you know, before I let you out of here, we gotta do these GGN questions.
Oh, yeah,
shout out to my Uncle Snoop and whatnot. So, what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Ooh, I think about my day.
Reflection.
Playing my day out.
Nice little reflection. I see that. Hot or cold?
Hot. Ooh. Hot.
Dark or light alcohol? I know
hey,
you
man.
Hey, man.
We caught up out here, man.
Say, man.
Light, though.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll take it light.
If you could be any character in the Power Universe, who would you be? This is including BMF, which I hope you're watching BMF.
My peoples are. My family. But I'm not watching
Gotta
it.
tap in. Do you know Power?
I know I know about Power and I'm no. In that Ultimate Universe, though?
Yeah.
I would be SpongeBob.
Power.
Oh, Power. I thought you said like in the whole universe.
Yo,
of like
Power, you know, Ghost.
Power. Yeah.
You know,
I'll be Tommy.
Tommy? Oh.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Best view in Boston, Memorial Drive or I didn't give this much thought. Memorial Drive. Which side of Memorial Drive has the better view? City skyline or Cambridge side? Which do you prefer?
Ooh. City skylines.
It's
Chill.
a classic. It's you get a nice little sunset. You know, I ain't hating on Cambridge either.
Yeah, I ain't hating on Cambridge.
The little circle thing at MIT. I see you, Cambridge.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Name an album you wish you could listen to for the first time again.
Ooh. I would say My Twisted Dark Fantasy. Yeah.
Shout out to you're a Ye fan.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Problematic. No.
Yeah.
R&B feature on a hip hop track or a hip hop track with an R&B feature.
Ooh.
R&B feature.
Hip hop track with R&B feature.
Okay. A dope sample or an original instrumental, and you're rhyming on it.
Original. Yeah.
Define your music taste with 6 artists.
Ooh. I listen to Cities of Eve. He's dope from Memphis. Black, like I said before.
You got it right this time. He's showing out for you.
Yeah. Who else? I really like I like Ye. I be bumping Ye. I appreciate his artistry.
See that?
Ooh, who else? Ooh. Lana Del Rey. She's dope. You know what I'm saying? I be bumping Brent. You feel me? I get a little.
You know, I love my toxic.
You know what I'm saying? I get a little toxic sometimes. And I listen to a lot of Radiohead.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Cole or K Dot, and why?
K Dot. I like with K Dot's background. You know what I'm saying? I think he puts like Compton in a very interesting light from what we know it like within hip hop, and he conceptualizes a lot of his personal situations and so forth. Brings a whole new perspective to it that I specifically gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying?
You got that. I'm a West Coast nigga in the heart. So
you feel me?
So
I'll
give you that.
I grew up playing
Even
GTA San Andreas, man.
Vice
You know
City,
what I'm saying?
I will say I'm a Cole stan, but that was a great answer.
Yeah.
I know rebuttal. What's a bar that randomly pops into your mind during the day?
Ooh.
It could be your own or somebody else's.
Rich nigga, broke phone.
Stop playing with me, phone.
I'll turn you to a song.
Okay. Shout out to Kendrick one time. What is your go-to song for the late night drive?
Ooh, this is a nice one.
Mine's is This Side with Travis and Quavo. Shout out to Dion one time. I'm gonna stop him. Nobody.
Yo, this one's tough. Man, I would say what is it? What could it be? I like Sure Thing, Miguel. I think that's a dope. You know what I'm saying? I be bumping. I be in my feelings sometimes too.
I'm gonna have to add that to the night vibe.
Yeah, that's a nice little night vibe.
Got a little short. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Who would you say is the best lyricist in the game right now?
Ooh. I like Kendrick. I think Kendrick could take that.
These Kendrick guys, man.
Yeah.
They the worst. What's a song that's heavy in your rotation at the moment?
At the moment, I would say, can I check real quick?
Yeah, you know, you can.
All right, let me see.
Take your time. This is GGM, man.
Yeah, say that.
It's a nice show with your boy Scuba Steve. Shout out to everybody tapped in, and shout out to everybody listening later. Much love. Great interview, by the way.
Tell your friends The Weeknd. Yeah.
That had me in the string goal too. I seen him in when he was at Gillette.
That must have been crazy. I heard
he bodied it.
I heard the traffic was crazy after.
Ridiculous. That's why you pay for parking. We paid $80 for parking, but we didn't have to wait for nothing. Literally, people were tailgating before and after. It was ridiculous.
Crazy.
If you could spend your day with anyone dead or alive, you know, celebrity wise, who would you want to hang out with?
Ooh, I would want to hang out with you said celebrity wise? Or?
Yeah. Or, you know, someone, you know.
Okay. I'll keep it spicy for the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be boring. Like my granddaddy. You know,
that's why I put a celebrity or someone famous.
Yo, honestly, I would chill with Pac. I think that would be cool. To just hear his receive advice from him. You know, as far as like activism, hip hop, how that ties in for him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. And I guess it's more a sneakerhead. Would you rather have a sneaker deal, or would you rather have your own brand?
I think the sneaker deal would fulfill my childhood self.
Desire. Yeah. I can see you signed to Nike, or you're an Adidas guy.
Yeah. I'm both. You know what I'm saying? I could.
Whoever got the most.
You know, I'm Adidas, but I'm about my check. You feel me?
I ain't mad at it. And if you had a superpower, what would it be?
I would be able to. I'll do invisibility. Okay. I think that's cool.
And if you could recreate any movie and star in it, what movie would it be?
Ooh. Lottery ticket.
Really? who you playing a lottery ticket?
I'll be Bow Wow on lottery ticket.
I'm in tears. Hey man. Before we get out of here, man, I want to of course give your last words, any shout outs or anything you want to leave us with.
Hey man, shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, that just supports the vision, you know what I'm saying? We got new music on the way. Stay creative, stay focused, elevate yourself, man. Be around the right people, you know what I'm saying? Be in the right places, and yeah, just think.
That's right, and we got new music on the way too. God damn it, yo. ExoShakeem, man, appreciate you. This means more than you know, man. Like I said, this
means a lot, bro.
It's fulfilling.
Truly.
You know, I said I was gonna do. We did it. You know, of course, I'm gonna have you back on the show when that project come out. You know,
most definitely.
Support, you know,
I would love to be back.
You know what I'm saying? I look forward to it. I know it's gonna be in my album of the month. So, like I said, I look forward to the music you dropping. Shout out to everybody listening, man. Much love. This was a great interview, bro.
This was dope.
Felt very comfortable, very chill. Yeah, man. Welcome to Spark FM.
Yeah,
we out here, baby.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
sir.
I think it's only right, you know. So. You know, we got to handle some PR stuff, but, you know, we're going to leave them with the deluxe, you know, have y'all enjoy that really quickly. But like I said, thank you everybody tapped into the show. I appreciate it so much. You know, it's always love out here. And until the next time, you know what it is, the night show, your boy Scuba Steve, ExoShakeem, thank you again, my brother.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have to do this again. And yeah, enjoy the music. I'll be back. But this was great. Peace and love, y'all.